joined by the Sun Conference finalists Keiser Seahawks. To our left, we have receiver Kennedy Foster. To our middle, we have head coach Justin Hilliker. To our right, we have receiver Chloe Griffin. We'll start things off with opening comments from Coach Hilliker, and then we'll open it up for questions.
It's a tough battle, tough loss, but a great battle. The girls really fought hard to the end. Thomas is a great team with a lot of great athletes running around, and I'm just proud of the girls. They battled to the end. Obviously, we want the finish to be better, and that's what we're going to work on over the next 2 weeks as we lead into the national tournament.
Coach, talk to us going back to halftime. Burning the timeout a little bit late there. Were you expecting a little bit different? Tom's doing something different going into the half there, or?
No, she had declared they were going to punt, and so I just wanted to make them make one more play. Sometimes you can try to force a team to make a mistake. Maybe she shanks the punt like we did the 2 weeks ago when we played them. Maybe we get the ball short field. Maybe we have a chance. We weren't really trying to do anything. We were just seeing if they could make a mistake, and maybe we could take advantage of that.
Coach, I know there's only 2 conferences of NAIA flag football, and then every team in the Sun Conference is going to be a rival. But is there maybe something that's special, a different rivalry now that's brewing up between you and Thomas University? Because it feels like every time you guys play each other, it has this Sun Conference championship feel to it.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I said again, they're a great team full of great athletes, and they do a great job with their scheme and everything. And like I said earlier, this team is different than last year's team. Every team is on a different journey, and Thomas is in our way, and they're a great team, and we just got to figure out a way to get over that hump. And I don't expect Thomas to go anywhere. I told a lot of people at the beginning of the year, I said they're going to be somebody to reckon with, even though they're a first-year program. She's doing a great job. She's obviously known throughout the state of Florida with what she did in high school. Everybody knows her, and obviously coaching, and she did a great job this year so far.
Coach, just talk to us about the troubles of defending 2 separate systems with both Shelby Hartley and Kiana Cole.
Yeah, no, it definitely takes a lot of focus out of your athletes. They have to lock in on defense, and they have to know this situation we're playing like this situation we're playing like that, and we have to be completely locked in and not make mistakes, in those situations and not lose our focus. We have to be more focused in those situations because, they're such good athletes in their own different ways, and they can attack you and hurt you if you don't pay attention.
This next question is for Chloe Griffin. Chloe, take us through that moment when you caught that touchdown pass. It was one-on-one coverage with Sanaya Glover. Take us even through the huddle when you knew that play was going to be called. Take us through that the thought process that went to that in terms of that one-on-one matchup.
Well, actually, I didn't know it was going to go to me. It was kind of like we were lined up on the line and Coach called it, so I just ran in. When I saw Jazz look at me and throw the ball, I was really excited, because I knew, this is a big play, I need to make this play. So I was very happy when I caught it and got the touchdown, and then all the girls ran up to me. They're very supportive, so I was very happy.
She's Miss Smiley of the team. She's always smiling, always happy.
What were you seeing there on that play where you audibled that out?
So we kind of went to the line of scrimmage, wanted to see what they were doing. We had actually hit that play 2 weeks ago with Kennedy, we had it in the back pocket. We're kind of saving it for a big moment, and I saw kind of their safeties were not as deep as they had been maybe, and so we just kind of took a shot on it, and they went up the seam, and we got lucky. We had a good play. Jasmine made a great throw, and Chloe ran for her life and caught it.
I just have to ask though, when the touchdown was scored, you guys were getting ready to go for the extra point, and then you have that lightning delay. What goes through a team's mind when you have that happen? I mean, some coaches may consider it conspiracy theories, some others use that as an opportunity to regroup. But what's going through y'all's mindsets when it was initially called?
Me as a coach, just wanting our girls to stay focused and locked in and listen to what we're trying to do. And when we went back and during the delay, we talked about what they could come out offensively and do, and we talked about our extra point, what we were going to do, and just trying to keep them focused. Because in this world nowadays, it's so hard to stay focused, and we're just trying to keep everybody on the same page. Hey, don't forget this. This is what they're going to do. Coming out, and they just did a great job of executing their last drive and putting the ball in the end zone on us. They can answer. We know what's going through their head during the lightning delay.
You want me to go? I think for me it was just I wanted all the girls to stay focused and locked in. I know sometimes we can get a little distracted with outside stuff, but on the bus I was just telling everyone like there's still a chance, like they can come back. We know they can drive and score. They're a good team. They can do that easily. So I was just trying to keep everyone focused and locked in. That's where my mind was at.
Yeah, same. I mean, I kind of get a little more anxious, like, oh, now we have to wait. We're not gonna be on our game anymore, so we just have to stay focused. So.
Coach, we asked this with Warner and St. Thomas, but usually in conference situations, you know, a lot of teams, especially from a sport perspective, they look at the conference tournament, and that's kind of like the end of the season. But with flag football being an emerging sport, it's really obviously not the end of the season. You guys got 2 weeks to prepare for Atlanta. But what's the mindset from what you guys have taken from this tournament heading into Atlanta 2 weeks from now in terms of goals and accomplishments? I mean, obviously, besides to win a national championship, but what's the mindset now heading into Atlanta?
I think it's just get back to work. You know, we just got to continue to work hard and continue to fix the mistakes that we make and really just lock in and listen and do what we're supposed to do. And just, you know, we're gonna go back to school. We're gonna get on the bus. We're gonna travel back. We're gonna take Sunday off, and we're going right back to work on Monday. And we still got things like we're not done growing. And that's what I told the girls today on the bus. I said we're not done. Like you know, no matter what happens here, we win or lose. We've got to keep growing. We've got to keep getting better at certain things, adding certain things, and growing our game as we move towards the national championship. And that's our goal, is just to keep growing as individuals and as a team and keep getting better and better.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.